So good afternoon, everyone. Let's start this session. Welcome to the Guidelines India session on Red Revolution. I am Bhumika Patel, founder trustee, Guidelines Trust. Today, millions of women and girls around the world are stigmatized and excluded, discriminated against simply because they menstruate. So, which is not acceptable, and it's a natural bodily function, and girls continue to be prevented from getting their education, earning an income, and full and equally participation in their everyday life. So let's break this taboo and end this stigma surrounding menstruation. And I would like to take this opportunity to thank Dr. Amisha for her time, for sharing her expertise today, and handing over the session now to Twisha for the introductions.
Thank you, Bhumika. So first of all, those who are not aware of the group runner, the guide runners of India, I'd like to give a brief introduction about GRI. So GRI is basically a registered trust founded by Dr. Bhumika Patel since 2016. And she, along with a team of volunteers, provide workshops and coaching for guide runners and visually impaired athletes and individuals interested in running and fitness. The trust has won several national as well as international recognition for the amazing work they've been doing. We have our presence in different cities of India, and we work with both amateur and professional athletes. Once a VI or volunteer guide joins us, based on his or her interest area in the sports related activities, a brief fitness assessment is done, and also a one-on-one meeting is also conducted. After this, he or she is assigned to a guide on a guide website. Time contribution required for this is around 1 hour in 10 days. The guide and the VI trainers trainings are conducted every week virtually and also on the ground. We also strive to create awareness through education, educational sessions for our guide runners and the runners. So today we would like to bring you, it is my pleasure to invite Dr. Amisha Mehta, who will be conducting a session named as Red Revolution, which is for menstrual hygiene and awareness about the better facilities that we can have to have a better health during our menstruation. So Dr. Amisha Mehta is a BHMS from Mumbai, and she has been practicing since 2013. She came across that most of the women suffering physically and mentally, both silently in the most vulnerable phase of menstruation every month, due to the chemical presence in disposable sanitary pads. So she has started conducting awareness sessions on menstruation problems and their eco-friendly solutions, which she named as Red Revolution since 2017. She's conducted countless sessions online and offline, both in schools, colleges, corporate houses, policewomen, railway staff, and jails as well, for women across the economic spectrum, and also conducted sessions with boys and men too, so that they can women and can be a great help during the particular time. So I'd like to welcome Dr. Amisha Mehta to take over the session and help us understand. And over to you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Twisha and Dr. Bhumika, for doing this, taking this initiative. I have just one or two queries. Is it like, should I speak in English, or should I speak in Hindi, or should I speak in kaun si bhasha sabko comfortable hogi, so that, we get the most out of this session?
I think most of them know English.
Okay. Okay, great.
There is one or two people I see who would prefer Hindi, but then yeah, you can just maybe some important aspects say also in Hindi then.
Yeah, so we can keep it a mix of Hindi and English both. So that, and if they have any questions in the middle or maybe at the end of the session, we can surely, I mean, it would be very nice if they ask me questions so that I can answer and I can help them, you know, if they have any doubts or you know, if there's some understanding that needs to be better.
Sure.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, so let me begin with a small video that I want to share with everybody, and I wish that everybody see it, because most women in India, despite being the 21st century, we still have these, we face this day in and day out in our um, houses and society around us.
चाची, मामी, दादी, नानी सदियों से सुनाते यही कहानी। लड़की हो, कमजोर हो तुम, ना कर पाओगी मनमानी। असमंजस में रहती सदा, क्या लड़की होना है विपदा? असमंजस में रहती सदा, क्या लड़की होना है विपदा? जिस लड़की से बनता संसार, क्यों उस पे इतना अत्याचार? अशुद्ध हो तुम, यहाँ मत बैठो, कुछ दिनों के लिए अपवित्र हो तुम। घर की पूजा या त्योहार, अपनों ने किया ये दुर्व्यवहार। अपनों की इस कैद में बंद, छिड़ गया था मेरे भीतर द्वंद। अपनों की इस कैद में बंद, छिड़ गया था मेरे भीतर द्वंद। विज्ञान ने तब दिया मेरा साथ, एक नई सोच से हुई मुलाकात। विज्ञान ने तब दिया मेरा साथ, एक नई सोच से हुई मुलाकात। अब चाची, मामी, दादी, नानी ना कर पाएंगे मनमानी। अशुद्धता की तोड़ के बेड़ी, लिखूंगी मैं एक नई कहानी। अब लिखूंगी मैं एक नई कहानी।
Okay. So, ये पोएट्री इसलिए लिखी गई थी, दिस पोएट्री वॉज रिटन understanding that these are the situations that women are facing, and they are very silently just suffering because there are so many elders in their house who are telling them, do this, don't come here, don't go there. So, and ये सबकी कहानी है, ये सिर्फ दो चार लोगों की नहीं है. This is across the country and across the economic spectrum. Even the you know, the better, the economically क्या बोलते हैं, better people are also silently suffering, and they have nothing, nobody to go to and nobody to talk to, and they just keep suffering silently. And so this is, ये हमारे देश की हकीकत है आज. Today, you know, women have reached to the moon. and we've become the president of India, but still we do have these taboos around us, and so this was the creation that was made for that. So yeah, so okay, good afternoon everybody. This is Red Revolution, and the whole purpose of this is to create awareness, to let people know what menstruation problems that the problems that women face during menstruations, not only physically but even mentally. The first thing that we need to know is that menstruation is a blessing. मेंस्ट्रुएशन एक आशीर्वाद है जिसके बिना एक लड़की माँ नहीं बन सकती है. तो मेंस्ट्रुएशन को हम जिस नज़र से देखते हैं, the taboo that we have around menstruation should not be there, because this is a natural phenomenon that helps a girl become a mother. Yeah, and there are certain myths in the Indian society that a woman faces day in and day out. The first thing that they say is that during your periods you are impure. Now the blood that comes out during the periods is impure. She should not enter the kitchen because the food will get spoiled. She should not enter the temple because Bhagwan tumhe shrap dega, and all n number of stories that are there around this. Pickles will get spoiled. Pickle को हाथ नहीं लगाना है because pickles get spoiled. अचार खराब हो जाएगा. So these all have a very very scientific reason which we all need to understand and accept it scientifically, ना कि superstition के साथ. So the first thing that I need to tell you that menstrual blood is not impure. It is the same blood that is there in your head, in your hands, in your legs, in your body, everywhere, and it is the same blood that is coming out from the uterus. So it is definitely not impure, because if we get injured on our head or hand, we don't treat the person, oh ho, go away, don't come here, don't do this. We don't treat people like that. So similarly, when a girl is menstruating, this is not the way you treat her. Ke baba, you get quarantined and you don't come out of the room and you don't sit on the sofa, you sit on the floor. These kind of things, shouldn't be there. But many women are still living it even today. And not going to the kitchen. Now, let me tell you, there is a very scientific reason to not going to the kitchen or not going to the temple. In the earlier days, our ancestors had a very, they were very wise, and they knew that when blood comes out from the body, from any part of the body, it is breeding ground for bacteria. And in the earlier days, when there was no proper protective method for women to take care of their period blood, they were obviously bleeding, and so they were told to stay in one place so that there is less exposure to the bacteria and the microorganisms that are around us. And kitchen and temple especially are places where most of the things come from the environment. For example, kitchen में सब्जियां आती है जो मार्केट से आती है, and वो सब्जियों में microorganisms and germs होते ही हैं जिसको हम धो के फिर खाना बनाते हैं. And उस दौरान अगर if there is a woman who is bleeding, then there is a possibility that she might catch infection. And so she was told, and this was at a time when there was no good and safe and hygienic ways of taking care of the menstrual blood that was coming out. Similarly, in the temple, all the prasadi that we offer to the deity is either flowers or fruits, and all that also comes from the market, which is also infested with microorganisms and germs. And at that time, if a woman goes to the temple, then she is probably liable to infection. And so to protect the woman from getting infected, she was told, don't go to the kitchen or don't go to the temple. ऐसा नहीं था कि खाना खराब हो जाएगा, खाना कभी खराब नहीं होगा. एंड भगवान क्यों हमें श्राप देगा? क्योंकि पीरियड देने वाला भी भगवान ही है. सो अगर जिसकी वजह से एक लड़की माँ बनती है, that is not a श्राप, that is definitely an आशीर्वाद, which we need to understand, and we need to stand for ourselves that this is not something that needs to be looked down upon, क्योंकि इसकी वजह से ही हमारा ह्यूमन ब्रीड एग्जिस्टिंग है. ये नहीं होता तो बच्चे तो पैदा ही नहीं होते. सो ये सारी चीजें हमको पहले समझनी पड़ेगी, एंड जब हम समझ जाएंगे, when we understand this, only then will we be able to answer people who tell us that don't go here, the temple will get, my puja will get spoiled or my food will get spoiled. For that we need to understand the science behind it. Now similarly, the other myth that is very very prevalent even today is कि pickles को हाथ नहीं लगाना है, pickle खराब हो जाएगा, काला पड़ जाएगा. So ऐसी सारी चीजें समझनी पड़ेगी कि हमारा जो ह्यूमन बॉडी है that is alkaline in nature, and pickles and papad and all those things are acidic in nature. So at a time when you are nutritionally low, at that time if you consume something like pickle or papad, there is a possibility that you might face things like acidity, or you might feel hot, burning inside, because you are nutritionally weak. But पिकल खराब हो जाएगा ये तो है ही नहीं. दिस इज एन एब्सोल्यूट, this is not true, because and if you want to test it, just go and touch it. Nothing is going to happen. If it does happen, then do let me know, because I have touched pickle and papad and nothing has happened. And let me tell you, lijjat papad banane wale mahila grih udyog hai, and most no woman will not make her papads for 4 days, because that's her source of income. So we need to understand it very logically and very scientifically that all these things are not true. Now let us go to how do we take care of ourselves during our periods. So the first thing that we need to understand is we need to drink 1 liter more water than the regular water that we consume. So if you're like having 2.5 liters or 3 liters of water, then during your periods you're going to have 4 liters of water, because there is water content that is going away from your body, and so you need to stay hydrated. And since you all are guide runners, I don't need to tell you anything. You all are anyways very, very particular about hydration. The second thing that we need to take care of is we need to exercise regularly, irrespective of whether we are having our periods or not, because periods is not a sickness, it is a natural phenomenon. हाँ, अगर आपको pain ज़्यादा है तो you need to do something about the pain, and that is you need to work on your abdominal muscles, you need to work on your core strength, and so you can do those exercises which help you reduce the pain of the periods. And the pain of the periods is because of the contraction of the uterus. So if the muscles around your uterus are strong enough, the pain automatically reduces. So we need to focus on staying more fit around the core so that we experience less pain of the period. The other thing that we need to do is have a banana every day, because banana is nutritionally very, very strong. It is rich in calcium and potassium, which is needed for our muscles. Nariyal pani is very good for our same thing. It is rich in potassium, magnesium, all the nutrients. It is rich in nutrients. So and it is also hydrating, and that is why we should have nariyal pani and good rest, proper rest, which is very important, because your body is bleeding, and so the better the rest, the better the healing. So that is why these are the 5 things that you need to take care of, especially during your periods. Now, the solutions. There are 2 kinds of solutions. One is the sanitary napkin that we all have started using since the past 40 years, and the tampons which are available. And the good thing about sanitary napkins, these disposable sanitary napkins, it is use and throw. So use kiya, fake diya. But we need to understand that these sanitary napkins and these tampons contain chemicals which are not only harmful to us, but they are also harmful to the environment. And we need to be a little more thoughtful about the product that we are using. And so we have to make an informed choice. हमको पता होना चाहिए कि हम ये चीज यूज कर रहे हैं तो क्यों यूज कर रहे हैं. What do disposable sanitary napkins contain? You can always Google search or Wikipedia. Dioxin and furan are the 2 carcinogenic chemicals that are present in the disposable sanitary napkins. Dioxin is an absorbent that not only absorbs the blood, but it also absorbs the vaginal moisture. And that is why most women, after say around 10 years of using the sanitary napkin, when they are in their 28 years, 27 years, or more than that, they will start complaining of dryness, itching, rashes, because furan is an allergent. It causes itching and rashes, and furan is the chemical that gives the fragrance in the sanitary napkin that you use. So there is these ads where you say khushbu dene wala pad, lamba chalne wala pad. All these advertisements are there on social media and on TV, on everywhere. So we need to know कि ऐसा क्या चीज है इसमें जो इतनी खुशबू आ रही है, या ऐसा क्या है जो ये सारा ब्लड सोख लेता है. So we need to know the science behind all these things, and we need to know the content of the product that we are using. And these sanitary pads also contain plastic. One sanitary pad contains plastic equivalent to 4 plastic bags, and it takes approximately 500 to 800 years to decompose plastic. So our sanitary waste is creating trouble in the atmosphere and the environment that we're living in. And we also need to be very very careful about the product that we're using, in the sense ki sanitary pad that you use, or whatever you use, if you're using a cloth pad or whatever you're using, tampon, please change it after 6 to 7 hours, because blood, when accumulated in one place for more than 6 hours, becomes breeding ground for staphylococcal bacteria, and जिसकी वजह से फिर हमको बहुत सारा bacterial infection भी हो सकता है. So these are the things that we need to know about the disposable sanitary napkins that we're using. The eco-friendly options are the cloth pads. We can always make cloth pads on our own also. There are cloth pads available in the market also. If you go, they are available online also, where you can just go at a click of a button, you will get Amazon, Flipkart, कहीं पे भी आप online shopping करते हैं, look for cloth pads and you will get plenty of people who are manufacturers who are selling these cloth pads. And let me tell you, one packet of cloth pad contains approximately 5 to 7 cloth pads, and this one packet can easily last to you for 3 to 5 years. It is reusable. So इसको हमको धोना है, इसको धो के हमको धोना है कैसे? How do you wash this cloth pad? You have to put it under running water, and then you have to soak this cloth pad in a mug of water which contains Dettol or some antiseptic that you have. Soak it for 2 to 3 hours, and after that just scrub it like how you scrub your normal regular clothes. इस पे हमको brush नहीं लगाना है. Don't use a cloth brush to clean this, because the top layer of the sanitary napkin will then tear. So you need to be a little bit careful when you're just washing it. Don't use the brush. दूसरा उसमें कुछ नहीं है. And then उसको you have to dry it in sunlight. Why in sunlight? Because sunlight contains UV rays, and UV rays kill all the microorganisms and the germs, and then they make it sterile for us to reuse it again. The third option is the menstrual cup. The menstrual cup is the best thing that a woman can use. And the good part about the menstrual cup is ना इसमें धोना है, ना इसमें सुखाना है. And one menstrual cup can last for 10 years. 10 years. So imagine the amount of money you save. Imagine the amount of health and environmental hazard that you are preventing. And it is saving your time, and it is so easy to use. It is so easy to insert. There are a lot of videos on YouTube that teach us how to insert the menstrual cup. And let me tell you, if you are above the age of 21 or 22, the best thing that you can use is the menstrual cup. So I feel that all the guide runners जो यहाँ पे हैं, if you are above the age of 21 or 22, please go for the menstrual cup. That is the best thing that could have been created for a woman. One more thing that I would like to tell you is that the menstrual cup was introduced in 1937 by a Hollywood actress, and this is 2021 today, and still in India many people don't even know what the menstrual cup is, and even if they know, they have a lot of fear and a lot of doubts कि बाबा इसको हम इंसर्ट करेंगे तो हम बैठ पाएंगे क्या, हम चल पाएंगे क्या, हम दौड़ पाएंगे क्या, हम सो लेट मी टेल यू, आप सब कुछ कर सकते हो एक मेंस्ट्रुअल कप के साथ. इन फैक्ट यू कैन इवन स्विम विद अ मेंस्ट्रुअल कप. इट इज सो गुड. सो आप पहाड़ चढ़ सकते हो, आप स्विमिंग कर सकते हो, आप जो मर्जी चाहे आप कर सकते हो, क्योंकि इसमें लीकेज का भी कोई सवाल नहीं होता है. द मेंस्ट्रुअल कप is inserted into the vagina, and it creates a vacuum at the mouth of the cervix. So it is a wonderful product that needs to be promoted as much as we can. So these are the reusable options that I had. And finally, I just need to sum it up by saying that menstruation is a natural phenomenon. There is nothing to shy away from menstruation. We have to take care of our body. हमको ही हमारे शरीर की जिम्मेदारी लेनी है, and we have to make an informed choice. Even अगर आप डिस्पोजेबल सैनिटरी पैड्स यूज करते हैं तो भी कोई प्रॉब्लम नहीं है, बट यू शुड नो कि इसके रेपरकशंस क्या हैं एंड व्हाट इफेक्ट इट डज ऑन आवर बॉडी एंड ऑन द एनवायरमेंट. एंड वी नीड टू एडुकेट our daughters about menstruation. We need to educate our sons about menstruation. In fact, we need to start talking about menstruation at a more comfortable level in our house with our children, क्योंकि हम ही हमारी embarrassment को अगर तोड़ देंगे तो बच्चों में embarrassment आएगी ही नहीं. So it is our responsibility to address this issue with a little more dignity, a little more grace, and with a little more open-minded and scientific approach. So this is about Red Revolution. Thank you very much. Now I would really be happy if you people, have some questions. Please ask me, because I love answering questions.
Good afternoon, Doctor. Lovely to
Yes.
listen to you. I've listened from Me Too also organization from Bangalore.
Wonderful, wonderful, ma'am. I cannot hear her. Twisha,
Yeah, I think she has some network issues.
oh, okay.
It's a very great women's organization. You can't hear me?
We
No,
can hear you.
we lost you.
Yeah, little bit.
Oh, okay. Okay. You're not able to hear me?
Yeah, in the middle we lost you, ma'am. Now we can hear you.
Oh, okay. Okay. I know, because I'm walking. So now the
Okay.
thing is now, as I was informing you, Doctor, it was a lovely seminar, though I got it a little bit late, the infos, that's why I logged in a little late. But having said that, there is a Me Too voluntary organization in Bangalore of ladies, basically. They
Yeah.
always see that we get this, especially for outreach projects and Anganwadi workers, they give it free of charge. They don't charge anything because we donate all our cloth, whatever the good material for them to make it. And hospitals also have been very, very cooperative with us in producing these locally, with all the ladies who are unemployed. So that provides an employment opportunity for them also. So I was wondering, I mean, among all these, what you've shown the product, is there anything free available for us? I mean, not for us. I mean, I'm old. I thank God I don't have the problem. But for distribution, wherever we go for outreach projects.
So, ma'am, the thing is, free तो कुछ मिलेगा नहीं, क्योंकि these things come, मतलब बनाने का भी there is a cost of making that happens. But let me tell you, in Bangalore itself, there is one Nisha Bellare, who is doing manufacturing these menstrual cups. So if you talk to her, probably she could reduce the price, and she could be of use to you. So I mean, if you want, I will share the number with Twisha and with Bhumika ma'am, and in Bangalore only she is there, so you can get in touch with her, and I'm sure she could be of some help to you.
Do that, because I feel that we also have to encourage ladies to send the cloth, because a good way of recycling, using recycling material. So whatever, how much we can give our maids, give away things, but some of them which can be recycled, I think that awareness also has to be created among ladies, not only elite, other ladies also, working ladies especially. So to donate, so that will reduce the cost of manufacture also.
Yes,
the raw material, if it is
yes, ma'am. So you know what? Like what we did was, at many places, what we have done is, like, there is a village near in around our society, our place that I live in. There is a Dang village, which is a tribal village, and what we did is we got help from some organization. It is called the Aga Khan Foundation, which gave us the cloth. Mane un log humko, they gave us the cloth, and we taught the women how to make the cloth pad. And there were some tailors who knew stitching in that village. So they stitched the cloth pads, and let me tell you, there are 175 houses in this Dang village where they are all using cloth pads. And the best part about it is that they are even speaking about it with each other openly. So that is the achievement that can happen
Yes, yes.
with so many people around us. I mean, we can find vendors or people who could join hands with us in something like this.
Yes, yes. I just wanted to inform that it's already happening around Bangalore. So
Yes.
especially they promote in our Rotary meetings, inner wheel meetings, things like
Yeah.
that. So
Yeah.
it has been a great help.
Oh, so you're a Rotarian.
Thank you.
Good. You're a Rotarian.
I used to be a Rotarian. Now at 80, I have my own ikigai of doing my own community service. I don't want to be bound by rules and regulations, wear this
Very
sari,
true.
wear the dress, this color,
Yes.
come but
So,
that time. I can't do
absolutely.
that. Whenever it is possible, I join hands with Bhumika or
Yeah.
with cancer
So this
or with
Nisha
the
Bellare,
blind, whatever.
so this Nisha Bellare who I'm talking
Yes,
about is also a Rotarian. I don't know
yes,
the club that she belongs to,
correct,
but she's a Rotarian.
correct. I've heard of her. I've heard of her. I've heard of her. They're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, all the ladies groups are trying to promote it, but it is whatever it is, mental block.
Yeah. True.
Okay, doctor, I wanted to ask you about the cloth that we use. What is the way to keep it sanitized and clean? How do we maintain the hygiene of reusing it?
Yeah. So what we need to do is, pehle to, like, I mean, if you have a cloth pad, then obviously, as I told you, you have to put it under like running water में उसको छोड़ देना है, so that the superficial blood just flows away, and then you have to wash it, like as I told you, like, soak it for 2 hours and in an antiseptic, so that it is, killing all the microorganisms and germs that are there, and wash it, and then you have to dry it in sunlight. You have to dry it in sunlight, and then once it is uh, dry, obviously you can use it again. Once your periods are over, you put it in a nice cloth bag and put it inside your cupboard, and then again when your next period comes, again you can use it. So that's the way you take care of this.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, and there was somebody who asked a question, how long when we can we use the menstrual cup? So I can just tell you that a menstrual cup can be used for 10 hours. Okay, and उसका एक 10 ml का capacity होता है menstrual cup का. So if you're in your first or the second day, when you know that you're bleeding more, then probably you have to judge, because everybody's flow is also different. So depending upon the flow of the person, we have to individually assess and remove the menstrual cup, empty the blood in the wash basin, and usko we have to just rinse it with normal water, normal tap water, and reinsert it inside your body. So इसमें कोई ज़्यादा efforts नहीं डालना है for the menstrual cup, and one menstrual cup can last for 10 years, as I already told you earlier. So it is a win-win situation in every which ways. So cash free, rash free, trash free menstrual cup. Yeah. So anything else? Anybody else? It would be really nice if I could see the faces of everyone, but I don't know. I mean, online people don't like to show their faces, but I love to see faces, and I love to talk to people. So, and the expressions, give me more energy to talk. So, yeah. So I'm so happy. Thank you, Kavita and Shehnaz, for showing up, and the rest can also show up. It would be really nice. Yeah. Wow. Such lovely faces. Okay, any other question? Please go ahead.
नसीमा, कुछ पूछना है आपको?
पूछो. I would be very, very happy to answer.
आवाज सुनाई नहीं दे रहा है आपका.
पूछना नहीं है, कोई क्वेश्चंस नहीं है, बट बहुत ही एजुकेटेड था.
Thank you
मुझे
so
बहुत
much.
सारी चीजें मुझे ही नहीं पता थी.
यस, होता है मैम। इतनी क्या बोलते हैं, विमेन ना कभी मेंस्ट्रुएशन के बारे में हमको स्कूल में भी नहीं बताया जाता ढंग से, तो और तो कहीं जाएंगे, कहाँ जाएंगे हम। सो ये सारी दिक्कत आ जाती है, और तो कुछ नहीं है मैम।
थैंक यू मैम, थैंक यू।
माय प्लेजर।
जॉनसन, कोई सवाल है?
ओह, देयर आर मेन, हाउ नाइस, आई वुड लव टू। भाई जो भी हो, प्लीज प्रकट हो जाओ। आई विल सी यू एंड आई विल बी वेरी हैप्पी। So I can just share one experience that I had.
जॉनसन has just
मैम
spoken.
गुड आफ्टरनून मैम।
Good afternoon.
मुझे एक चीज पूछनी थी। आपने बताया मेंस्ट्रुएशन कप के बारे में, मैंने
हाँ,
सुना भी था, लेकिन यूज करने से डर लगता है। अगर मैं
yes.
यूज करूँ तो साइज विच वन?
आप क्या एज, व्हाट इज योर एज?
मैम 25 अब हो जाएगा अगस्त में।
Okay. And are you you're also a runner, right?
या
Yeah,
And like are you married, not married?
नो मैम नो।
Okay. So see, there are three varieties of the
and
menstrual cup.
she is also 100% blind.
हाँ, so there are three varieties of the menstrual cup. One is the soft variety, एक medium variety होती है और एक hard variety होती है। तो यूजुअली जिन्होंने अभी तक बच्चे पैदा नहीं किए हों, उनको हम यूजुअली सॉफ्ट वैरायटी रेकमेंड करते हैं, क्योंकि अभी तक आपका यूट्रस आई मीन क्या बोलते हैं, वजाइना का साइज उतना लैक्स नहीं हुआ है। सो वी रेकमेंड कि आप एक सॉफ्ट वैरायटी आप यूज करिए। बट अगर आपको इफ यू आर ओके विथ अ मीडियम वैरायटी, देन इट्स एन इंडिविजुअल थिंग। सो बट बिकॉज आप शुरू करने वाले हो, तो आई वुड रेकमेंड कि आप पहले सॉफ्ट वैरायटी से चालू करिए, फिर अगर आपको कंफर्ट लेवल लगता है। एंड बिकॉज क्या होता है, कभी कभी बिकॉज यू आर एथलीट्स, यू आर रनर्स, तो आपका क्या बोलते हैं, जो ग्रॉइन एरिया है वो वैसे भी स्ट्रांग ही है। सो यू ऑल कैन इवन हैंडल अ मीडियम वेराइटी। एंड मीडियम वेराइटी का फायदा इतना होता है सिर्फ कि अगर हम खांसते हैं, या अगर हमको कुछ देयर इज सम प्रेशर ऑन द एब्डोमेन और द कोर, तो वो अपने यूट्रस से वो आई मीन सॉरी वजाइना से वो बाहर नहीं निकलेगा। मतलब इट हैज अ स्ट्रॉन्गर ग्रिप इनसाइड। सो बट बिकॉज यू आर 25 और 26 एंड स्टिल अनमैरिड, आप इनिशियली एक सॉफ्ट वेराइटी से स्टार्ट करिए, देन मे बी आफ्टर 1 or 2 years यू कैन शिफ्ट टू द मीडियम वेराइटी।
ओके मैम, थैंक यू सो मच। एंड साइज इज मीडियम ना मैम?
हाँ, अब अभी पहले आप सॉफ्ट करिए, ट्राई करिए, एंड फिर साइज मीडियम ले लीजिए, मीडियम वेराइटी पे चले जाइए। एंड मीडियम साइज तो हाँ, मीडियम साइज।
ओके ओके मैम, आई विल ट्राई। थैंक यू सो
Yes,
मच।
you should. Welcome. Okay, so I just wanted to because I've had these sessions with boys and men, I just want to share this experience with you. So there was this man who was around like 25, 26 year old, and he's telling me, madam, मेरी जो गर्लफ्रेंड है ना, उसको पीरियड आता है ना, तो उसको बहुत गुस्सा आने लगता है और उसका मूड बहुत बिगड़ जाता है, और फिर मुझे उसकी सेवा करनी पड़ती है। सो आई सेड, यार बॉयफ्रेंड हो, थोड़ी तो सेवा कर लो। तो बोलता है कि नहीं नहीं, मेरे फ्रेंड की जो गर्लफ्रेंड है ना, उसको जब पीरियड आता है तो वो ऐसा सब नाटक नहीं करती है। आई वॉज लाइक, हाउ डू यू नो कि तेरे फ्रेंड की गर्लफ्रेंड को पीरियड कब आता है? पहला तो ये। एंड दूसरा, देन आई सेड कि एवरी गर्ल इज डिफरेंट, एंड उसके हार्मोनल लेवल्स अलग अलग होते हैं, एंड किसी किसी को ज़्यादा इफेक्ट हो जाता है, और वो इमोशनली थोड़ी ज़्यादा अपसेट हो जाती है। सो यू नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड कि ओके, दिस इज द टाइम वेयर शी नीड्स मोर अफेक्शन, शी नीड्स मोर केयर, शी नीड्स मोर अंडरस्टैंडिंग। सो एज अ बॉयफ्रेंड और एज अ हस्बैंड और एज अ फादर also we need to understand how to take care of the women around us, be it your wife, be it your sister, be it your daughter, be it anybody. So that is what I tried to tell him, that every girl is different, baba. You have a different girlfriend, and your friend has a different girlfriend, so you cannot just generalize all girls in one category. They are all different. So boys don't know, honestly, poor thing. I feel so bad for the boys ki whenever I know this for out of experience, ki whenever there is a conversation like this going on, and if there is a boy who comes, then the mother or the sister will say, ए आ तारा कामनू नथी, गो अवे, मतलब इधर मत आना, आपको आपके काम की चीज नहीं है, आप यहाँ से चले जाओ. तो हम बॉयज के साथ बात नहीं करेंगे तो बॉयज हमको कैसे मदद कर पाएंगे? So that is why I feel that it is our responsibility as mothers or as elders in the house कि baba, let us make the conversation so comfortable कि boy हो या girl, at least उसको पता तो चले कि ये तकलीफ हो रही है और मुझे इस तरह से behave नहीं करना है. Like, you know, people start laughing. Oh, you're PMSing? Oh my God. And why are you talking like that? You don't need to talk like that. And the reason is because we've never talked about it to each other. And boys to bichare, I feel they are the ones who are, the less privileged, who don't know the science a little less, because स्कूल में तो कभी कोई बात ही नहीं करता है, एंड अगर बात करता है तो खुसफुस करके ही बात करेगा. दैट इज व्हाई द प्रोडक्ट इज विस्पर, यू नो, बिकॉज यू आर ओनली विस्पर, यू आर नॉट सपोज्ड टू टॉक अबाउट इट. सो आई really feel that we need to make whisper a voice and start talking about menstruation in a more comfortable way, है ना? So I don't know if this really helped Mr. Johnson, if he's there somewhere, but whatever it is, this is a fact for all the boys. And I have a 12-year-old, and you know, because he sees me all the time, thoda bahut usko idea to hai ki period kya hota hai, but when he grows 15, I'm going to give him a red revolution session myself, one-on-one. So I really feel that all the mothers should speak to their boys and tell them what periods are.
So another question with regard to homeopathy, is there something that during the periods for the pain or for anything?
Yeah, there are medicines for especially for period pain. There are Magfos है, ऐसा 2-3 हैं दवाइयाँ, but I would still recommend that we should focus on eating banana, doing our abdominal core exercises, because that's the way we will be strengthening our muscles around the uterus, and nariyal pani and rest. These are way more beneficial than medicines, because medicines, let me tell you, are just a temporary help. एक बार आपको कम हो जाएगा, फिर अगली बार वही आएगा. तो उससे बेटर है कि we try to, you know, create a lifestyle which is a little more healthy and more beneficial. तो दवाई लेने का जरूरत ही नहीं पड़ेगी. दवाइयाँ हैं, एलोपैथी में भी है, होम्योपैथी में भी है, बट मैं तो स्टिल, यू नो, आई वुड स्टिल recommend that we'd rather adopt a healthier lifestyle. नहीं हुआ, इतना बुरा हाल है कि कुछ हो नहीं पा रहा है, तो फिर तो दवाई है ही. So दवाई should be the second option. The first option has to be health.
What about the fitness and running? Like, should we reduce the intensity of the workouts?
Yeah, see, it is fantastic. Working out and fitness is necessary. But yeah, the level of the level of working out can reduce, because finally she is at a nutritional low. So she needs to be, and every body talks to us. You know, our body speaks with us. हमारा body हमारे साथ बात करता है, वो हमको बोलता है, भाई मैं थक गया हूँ, इससे ज्यादा मत भागो. तो we have to listen to the signals of our body, and we have to, you know, and this is all again individual. जितना आप फिट क्या बोलते हैं, जितना आप स्ट्रांग बॉडी, उतना ज्यादा आपको मतलब उतना पेन कम होगा, एंड जितना वीक बॉडी उतना पेन ज्यादा होगा. तो ये तो हम पे है कि हम हमारे बॉडी को किस तरह से ट्रेन करते हैं. एंड फाइनली यू गाइज आर तो द probably the fittest in the society. So you guys know better your body signs, your body signals that the body gives you. तो उस हिसाब से you have to मैनेज कि भाई आज मुझे कम करना है या ज्यादा करना है, या आज मुझे नहीं करना है, ये हम पे है. बट पीरियड्स के वजह से हम नहीं करें, ये गलत बात है। क्योंकि अच्छा, अगर आपको भागना नहीं है तो कोई इश्यू नहीं है, आप कोर एक्सरसाइज तो कर ही सकते हो। सो ये तो सोते सोते बैठे बैठे ही हो जाता है। सो हमको ये समझ, दिस इज समथिंग दैट वी नीड टू अंडरस्टैंड ऑन आवर ओन एंड मेक दोज चॉइसेस।
Yeah, many people try to skip the workout or the training session on that particular day, and it is repeating every month.
Yeah, so
This is something I think that we need to educate about, that this
yes,
should not be treated as a problem, and that you have to take
yes,
complete rest. And complete
absolutely.
rest is not required. You have to keep an active
8
body.
hours ऑफ स्लीप बहुत है। 8 घंटे सो लिया, गंगा ना लिए, उससे ज्यादा सोने की कोई जरूरत नहीं है। यू नीड टू वर्क आउट, यू नीड टू एक्सरसाइज, यू नीड, एंड नहीं भाग सकते हो भागो मत, पर कोर एक्सरसाइज डेफिनेटली करो। आई वुड से वेरी वेरी स्ट्रांगली इन इसके कोर एक्सरसाइजेस पे तो फोकस होना ही चाहिए, बिकॉज उसके द यूट्राइन मसल्स आर द ones that are working in the period, so they need to be strong.
Okay, any more questions? All right, if no one has any more questions, then yeah, Twisha, would you like to close the session?
Yeah, sure. Thank you, Amisha ma'am, and thank you, Bhumika, and all those who have, taken up time and participated. It was indeed a very, a session with a lot of information, and helped us remove the myths and the, some of the doubts that we had related to menstruation. I would just request that don't fear, like I have attended this session long ago, but still like it took me a little time to transition, and for the transition from accepting and removing the fear. So I'd like to just share that don't just try out the menstrual cup or the cotton thing. It will definitely help you out, and take help from a doctor if you still have any doubts. But I would always recommend that use it and share this information with other people around, and let's make this world a better place, a better health for ourselves, and definitely a better place for each one of us. So thank you so much. Thank you, everyone.
Most welcome, thank you very much.
Thank
And
you, everyone.
डर के आगे जीत है, सो डरो मत, बिंदास मेंस्ट्रुअल कप यूज करो, it's fantastic. Okay, thank you so much.
Thank you all.
Bye bye.
Bye.
Bye.